Otto Lopez is absolutely torching the league and making a serious case for the best shortstop in all of Major League Baseball right now. The Miami Marlins star is coming off another massive performance against the St. Louis Cardinals, where his bat proved to be the ultimate difference maker. He is hitting at an elite level with the numbers to back it up, and every single game he steps onto the field, he is proving he belongs at the very top of the game.
Tired of dropping your phone or struggling to prop it up? Meet the Pop Sockets phone grip with expanding kickstand in black, your new must-have accessory. Don't miss out. Grab yours today. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Speaking of teams catching fire, the Chicago Cubs are currently riding an incredible wave of momentum after securing their sixth straight win. They absolutely dismantled the struggling Philadelphia Phillies in a dominant performance that left no doubt about who the better squad was on the diamond tonight. This team is clicking on all cylinders, and they are officially proving to the rest of the league that they are a force to be reckoned with this season. Dansby Swanson was the undeniable hero for Chicago as he crushed a massive 3-run home run that absolutely silenced the opposition. Meanwhile on the mound, Colin Rea put on a masterclass performance, delivering a quality start that kept the opposing lineup completely off balance all night long. It was the perfect combination of power hitting and surgical pitching that keeps the Cubs soaring up the standings. The defensive highlight reel was just as impressive as the offense, with the Cubs fielders making spectacular plays all night to back up their pitchers. While Chicago continues their winning streak, the Philadelphia Phillies are left searching for answers during a brutal 6-game slide. We have all the highlights and the full breakdown of these crucial matchups, so make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you never miss an update. Who says lightning doesn't strike twice? If you haven't been paying attention to the Miami Marlins, you're missing out on arguably the biggest breakout story in baseball right now. Meet Otto Lopez, the shortstop who, in just 1 month, has transformed from a solid utility piece into a legitimate superstar. Let's look at the tape. Lopez isn't just hitting, he's flat-out terrorizing pitchers. Monday's series-opening win against the Cardinals was the perfect snapshot of his current form. When the game was on the line in the 6th, he stepped up and roped an RBI double that essentially iced the game for Miami. But that's just one highlight in a month full of them. We're talking about a guy hitting .337 with a hard hit rate that has jumped from a career average of under 39% to a staggering 56%. That's not a fluke. That is elite-level adjustment. Marlins manager Clayton McCullough hit the nail on the head. Lopez looks hitterish. He stopped chasing early count junk and is finally driving the ball with authority. His teammate Xavier Edwards noted the mechanical shift. He's just getting the ball off the ground more. And when you hit the ball as hard as Lopez does, that spells trouble for every team in the league. What makes this story so compelling is the journey. Lopez spent years grinding, waiting for someone to hand him the keys to a starting lineup. When the Marlins plucked him off waivers back in 2024, he finally got that shot. He didn't waste it. After proving himself last year, he's now elevated his game to where he's arguably the most productive shortstop in the majors, outpacing names like Elly De La Cruz in key categories. It's a masterclass in persistence meeting preparation. Otto Lopez believed he could be this guy, and now the rest of the league is being forced to believe it too. Do you think Lopez can keep up this pace, or is this just a scorching hot streak? Drop a comment below with your take, and make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss our next deep dive into the players defining this MLB season. Remember, in baseball, the only thing more dangerous than a talented player is a player who finally knows exactly how good they can be. Is it finally time to call the Chicago Cubs the hottest team in baseball? They just steamrolled the struggling Philadelphia Phillies 5-1, marking their 6th straight victory and proving that this winning streak is far from a fluke. While the offense did its job, the real story last night was a defensive masterclass that practically turned Wrigley Field into a highlight reel. Colin Rea was surgical on the mound, carving through 6 and 2/3 innings with poise, but he had some serious help behind him. I'm talking about Gold Glove-level heroics. Ian Happ literally disappearing into the stands to snag a fly ball, and Nico Hoerner pulling off diving stops that robbed superstars like Bryce Harper and Kyle Schwarber. It is the kind of team-first baseball that turns a good season into a championship run. The Phillies, meanwhile, look like a team searching for answers, dropping their sixth straight game while being outscored by a staggering 42-10 margin during this slide. Aaron Nola couldn't find his rhythm, surrendering 5 runs before he could even escape the 5th inning, a hole that was dug even deeper when Dansby Swanson launched a monster 424-foot 3-run homer. Everything is clicking for Chicago, and they've now outscored their opponents 44-14 during the surge, effectively tying Atlanta for the longest active win streak in the majors. It's an incredible turnaround, but in baseball, momentum can shift with a single pitch. As we look ahead to Tuesday's matchup, all eyes will be on Shota Imanaga to see if he can keep this Cubs train rolling. Do you think Chicago can extend this streak to 7, or is Philadelphia due for a bounce-back win? Drop your prediction in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for your daily dose of MLB highlights. After all, when a team plays defense like this, you really don't want to miss what happens next. What happens when a team catches fire while their opponents hit rock bottom? You get the Chicago Cubs, who are currently playing some of the best baseball in the league, riding a 6-game winning streak that shows no signs of cooling down. On Monday, they dismantled the Philadelphia Phillies 5-1, sending the visitors spiraling into their 6th consecutive loss. The story of the night was undoubtedly Colin Rea, who continues to look like an absolute ace. Putting in 6 2/3 innings of quality work, Rea surrendered just 1 run and silenced the Phillies' bats when it mattered most. It is honestly impressive to watch a guy who just refuses to blink in high-leverage spots. On the flip side, the Phillies' Aaron Nola really struggled to find his rhythm. He battled through 4 1/3 innings, but ended up coughing up 5 runs, ultimately digging a hole the offense just couldn't climb out of. The turning point. That massive 424-foot shot from Dansby Swanson in the 2nd. When Swanson connects like that, the energy in Wrigley is electric, and that 3-run homer essentially put the game on ice before the Phillies could even find their footing. Even though Philadelphia clawed one back thanks to a Justin Crawford RBI double in the 4th, it was too little, too late. This game perfectly illustrates the momentum shifts that define the baseball season. The Cubs are riding a wave of confidence, while the Phillies are clearly stuck in a frustration-filled slump. But that is the beauty of the sport. One week you are on top of the world, and the next, you are searching for answers. What do you think is the biggest issue for the Phillies right now? Let me know your take in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more daily baseball breakdowns. Sometimes, the difference between winning and losing is just a matter of momentum, and right now, Chicago owns the narrative. Is the tide finally turning at Wrigley? If you were holding your breath for the Cubs to wake up, you can finally exhale. Chicago just steamrolled the Phillies 5-1, marking their 6th straight win, a streak that started by handing Philadelphia their own current 6-game slide. But this wasn't just a win, it was a masterclass in why defense is the backbone of a winning team. Let's talk about the hero of the hour, Dansby Swanson. After a sluggish start to 2026, he is officially heating up at the perfect time. His 3-run blast into the bleachers wasn't just a homer, it was a statement. Interestingly, all 3 of his last 7 long balls have come against this Phillies squad. When a guy gets hot, he gets hot against the right people, right? But you can't mention this win without tipping your cap to Colin Rea. He delivered the longest start by a Cubs pitcher this season, throwing 92 pitches over 6 2/3 innings. He's been a rock in that rotation, and honestly, the consistency he's providing is exactly what a team needs to climb out of an early season hole. What truly stole the show, though, was the glove work. From Ian Happ diving into the seats to Nico Hoerner making those patented, impossible-looking stops, the Cubs put on a clinic. Even when Pete Crow Armstrong just missed a 5-star grab in center, it reminded us that the defensive floor of this team is higher than almost anyone else in the league. When you combine that kind of hustle with a locked-in offense, you stop being a team that struggles and start being a team that wins championships. With a 13-9 record, the Cubs are now deadlocked for second in a tight NL Central race, sitting just a game and a half back from the Reds. They're chasing 7 wins in a row tonight with Shota Imanaga on the mound. Are the Cubs the hottest team in baseball, or is this just a lucky streak? Let me know your take in the comments below. If you enjoyed the breakdown, hit that like button and subscribe for more daily baseball updates. See you at the ballpark.